Hello guys, this is Narayan today again. So what we are going to talk about today? Today's lecture or today's topic is very interesting because first of all you need to understand whatever I say is not what I am saying to you, or it is not what I am talking to you. It is a speaker. You need to listen to the speaker whatever he is saying or is trying to explain. So today, the thing that we supposed to talk, I think I would like to share with you guys is about the concept of the time. What is actually the time is, and how can you understand it? So everything is happening inside the time. Even now, you are watching me or you are listening to me from anywhere from this world. So this is happening in the time, but there are things that I always say, or I always try to share with you guys, that things that which are beyond the time, that you can only see when you understand the concept of the time. So time is a very like vast topic to understand or let you know, but we'll try to figure it out in a like very simple way. To understand the concept of the time, you just need to understand simply fact that whatever you are thinking is inside the time, and when you don't think, it means when you are in the meditating, or you are in a state where you do not recognize about like the time is just flight. Mean you are sitting and doing the meditation, and you think that okay, like you were sitting for just like 5 minutes, but it was just 1 hour. So that's how you escape from the time. But you to escape from the time, you need a lot of practice. You need to balance your life in many ways, balance your thinking, balance your what you are listening to, and to balance your lifestyle, like what kind of people or what kind of friends you are living among or spending your time. That's very crucial, because whatever you feed to your mind, you become that thing. That's why I say to this path that we talk about, I don't give it a name to this is a spirituality, or what I talk about is a spirituality. It's nothing regarding to the spirituality. There was, because the word I talk about or the other realm I talk about, it is nothing that belongs to such kind of things where words matters, because it is beyond the time. When there is something that beyond the time, then it is, you don't need anything there to explain your things, because that there is something that is cannot be put in the word. So we'll get back to the time concept. So to understand the time, what you need to understand the thing like that, whenever you are thinking, it taking place in a time, or when whatever you are thinking, it creating a place in that time. So what is happening, either you are thinking about the past, either or you are thinking about your future. Most of the human beings that are not present in their present time, what that we call it now. If you are not living in your now, either you're gonna be in your past, or either you're gonna be in your future. Whenever you are jumping, or you are in that kind of state where you are thinking about something, it means that the thinking, what you are thinking, is gonna fucking create a place in the future, or either in the past. Because now what is happening, you had one thought that you were thinking, and you are piling up on based on that one. Because whenever you think anything, it triggers your emotions. When your emotions are triggered by your thought, that somehow it you always uh, put the actions on your thought based on your emotions. So what is happening in this process, whenever you have some emotions and you are working, or you are putting, or you're taking actions based on your the kind of thought, any kind of thought, so the result will gonna be depend on the thought you had it. That's a simple thing. So this is all that is happening in time. So think, now you are maybe the person who is listening to this one, maybe he's 16-year-old, or like 18 or 20, or like 30-year-old, or 32, or any age that who is listening. You just think about the time that how old are you right now? and the time you have spent, what you have earned, or what was happened in that period of time. Mostly people, 98% people or 99% people who living in this realm and not understanding the life, what it is, they are suffering. Because any person you ask, most of the people who are there, you will see that like whatever their past is memories is filled up with the misery in their life, sadness in their life, happiness in their life, or any kind of tragedy or trauma they are filled with their life. So what it is, I'm not saying that I was always like that, what I'm talking today. No, I wasn't like that. It was fucking so hard at that period of time. But yeah, things happen in your life, and it always try to bring out the best in your life. No matter what you are doing, no matter what kind of circumstances you have, if you know how to deal with those things, and you know what kind of things you don't need to even deal it with, because few things that are in your control and few things that are not in your control. The things that you are trying to control, you're trying to control within the period of time. So you are thinking in a time that you'll control it. But what is happening when the things that are not in your control, that are the beyond the time, because you cannot see those things, that things didn't even take place yet in this physical realm. So that's why you cannot think, or you cannot have the perception about the things that are beyond your control, because whatever is in your control, that these are only of your thoughts. So this is how so what is happening here, so you whatever you are trying to control is happening in the period of time, and what you are not controlling is happening beyond the time. So when you are meditating, or you are in a state of mind where you have sorted out yourself, you know who you are, your true self, and you know like what are you fucking made of, and what's your true nature is, then after that what happens, you just start living in this state of time. So for me, I was stuck in that state of mind for almost like 8 9 months, I think, or it was almost a year. Like when I know I was going through a process in my life where I was realizing some or observing myself for a period of time. But there was a time period came in between the 3 years where I stuck for almost a year just in one state of time, state, or you can say in just one thought, because that was the biggest thing. Like because I was, it's hard to explain. Okay, so key to this path, or to get yourself to be free, is the music. Any kind of music you like it, but it doesn't need to have any kind of words. When you put the words in the music, so it changes your vibration, your frequency, and along with all of these, it also changes your thoughts. Because I told you at the beginning, whatever you are feeding to your mind, you're gonna become that kind of person, or it's gonna reflect in your lifetime. So whatever is happening, or you need to think about in the other way around, about all of those things. So that's my master, or like I got the teaching according to those things. There's nothing, you don't need anyone in your life to guide you. Okay, what the role of the master in your life? The master role of the master in your life is like whenever you need any kind of validation, or so he can validate you. Okay, brother, my sister, my son, my daughter, you are on the right path, because you're gonna need the validation in your life. Because that's why when I stuck in that period of time for almost a year or 9 months, so what was happening, I didn't find anyone who can validate what I was thinking or observing is right or not. What I'm thinking, I'm not getting crazy. Or see, if you see similar people who have the same thinking, you will be much more motivated in yourself, because now you know like there are some people who are thinking or having the same kind of perception that you have it. But as long as you don't see that thing, that's the thing. Like human nature is so fucking dependable on other people. So as long as you have the dependability on other things, you always gonna need the validation checks for yourself, and you're gonna look for those. Okay, this is done. Okay, check it. This is done. Check it. This is done. Check it. You don't need to fucking do those things for yourself. Whatever is the experiencing you have, or you are having intuitions, if you start following those kind of intuitions, so every single person has the intuitions in his lifetime for all the time until the death. But the thing is that he cannot listen to those intuitions, or sometimes they cannot perform how to balance in between the intuitions or the illusion kind of thing. So that's why you need to eliminate all of those kind of things that are disturbing in your lifetime, because every time once you have to go there, so going there and you have to be reach there, you have to eliminate every single kind of thing that is bothering you, or you cannot eliminate such thing just like that. So that's why I was talking about the time at the beginning, because everything is happening in the time. You need to understand this thing. If you know, it's fucking hard for me to explain from the beginning, because so many things happen at the beginning, and it's so many downloads comes. That's why I say, like, whatever I am telling you is not I am telling you. I'm not gonna tell you anything. I cannot tell you anything, and I don't fucking have anything to tell you. But whatever the speaker is telling you, you need to listen to the speaker. That's all I am trying to explain to you. If you know, even you get to know the speaker, you get to know everything. But if you looking me as a speaker, then you are taking it totally wrong. I'm not the fucking speaker. But there is a speaker who is speaking, so you need to listen to the speaker, not to me. I cannot tell you anything, I cannot guide you as right or wrong, but what is happening is just a kind of a validation check. That's why once you cross all of those states, you come into something that what is happening now. So what happens? So okay, comes this last one advice. Suppose you already have crack all the questions in your life. Okay, now what I'm talking about the time is like when you cross that path, or you understand the concept of the time, what's going to happen, you're going to realize that now you are living in this physical world, or in this planet earth. Why? Because now you just have time to spend here, because like I don't know when I'm gonna, for example, I don't know this human body when is gonna be the last breath for this human body. Okay, for everyone, most of the people. Okay, that's the ultimate concept that you find out too. You can find out about your death, when you're gonna die, when what happened to your past life, so many things that we're gonna talk some other time. But now what is happening? Once you find out like concept, or sorted out with this concept of time. So what is happening now? You're not suffering, because you are out of time. No, you are not living inside the time. So you separate yourself, the person who was living inside the time, or now there is entity inside you, or the speaker that is always there, even from this human body, even from my birth, he was always there. So now the speaker that was telling you, he or she, whatever you call it, or how you see the speaker, the thing, that entity is beyond the time, is out the time. So that's I was trying to explain to you. If you know it, don't take so much pressure, because I already telling in my videos, like, this is not any piece of cake, or it's not a cakewalk for anyone, any person. It's very difficult. Okay, we'll close this one here now, and we'll see you in the next video again, and I'll try to bring out some more interesting things for you guys. See you guys, have a good one, take care.